In 1990, Poison Idea released their album Feel the Darkness, and my friend Tommy and I are going to talk about it on this episode of Records with Ray. Is that Tiny Tim?
That is Tiny Tim, as far as I know.
And then that's Jerry A's.
That's Jerry's hands. Cool skulls. And I think Tiny Tim sued at some point where I read somewhere. I'm not sure. But yeah. I don't know what happened with that. But anyway, yeah. One of the greatest covers of all time.
One of the greatest punk albums of all time.
If not the greatest.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's the greatest, but it's up there. But top 5 as far as I'm concerned.
Well, the interesting thing about Feel the Darkness is I got into Poison Idea in the mid-'80s with Kings of Punk. And
same here.
Full on, just like hardcore punk type of record. Mm-hmm. And that's all I kind of had for a long time. PI was sort of on my radar, but I was listening to like a lot of other music and everything like that. And then in the early 90s, a friend of mine, my friend John, he had Darby Crash, mm-hmm. the 7-inch, and right. I heard that. I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome. This is like Kings of Punk, but it's even faster and even rawer and even quicker.
Yep.
And I'm like, this band's incredible.
That's awesome. So when did you hear this album?
Well, then shortly after that, I hear Feel the Darkness, and at first I didn't even know it was the same band.
So you went Kings of Punk. You skipped over this to Darby Crash, then you heard this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is the third thing I heard from Poison Idea. And I was taken by the production. Mm-hmm. Like how great it sounds.
It's great sounding, and I heard that it's 4 different sessions. It's not 4. It's
I thought it was 2.
No, I heard it. No, I think Steve told me it was 4.
Yeah.
In the letter he wrote me. It was 4 different sessions, which they'll never do. They never would do again, he said.
No.
But production-wise, yeah, it all sounds like it was recorded the same, and it's flawless. It's a flawless fucking album.
How did you hear this album?
About the day it came out.
Well, now were you already in Poison Idea?
Yeah, we're totally in the Poison Idea. War All the Time was awesome. Slayer Hippie was.
Was War All the Time your intro into PI?
No, Kings of Punk.
Kings of Punk.
Yeah.
So you got into Kings of Punk and this went on.
War All the Time, and then Feel the Darkness, where they switched members up.
Yeah.
And then came to this lineup, which is like not the classic lineup, but it's kind of I'd say the best lineup.
It's kind of like the lineup.
Lineup.
Because okay, well, the lineup for Feel the Darkness, well, on the album is actually you have a 7-inch that has them on.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so this is, what is this, the Taken by Surprise? We got the beat.
It's the Sub Pop Singles original.
Yeah, they're all dressed as chicks, I guess, in that picture.
Yeah, and Pig's Pig.
Because they're supposed to be doing a Go-Go's cover.
Yeah.
But,
well, they're all on this album.
They're on this album, but not completely.
Well,
what's the name of the guitar player?
Aldine Strychnine was the guy who does a lot of the leads on Feel the Darkness, and he's a shredder.
Yeah.
And I think they got rid of him in Salt Lake City on their tour. Mm-hmm. And he either, he lived there or he married a Mormon girl. I'm not sure. Got involved in that culture. I don't know what he's doing there, but he's there, or he was there.
Well, I think what's funny is it's one of those things. I remember I had the CD, which I don't know if I had the lyrics or not, or if it did, it was very, very fine print. But in this picture, you have Pig Champion, Mondo, Slayer Hippie, Myrtle Tickner, Jerry A. Mm-hmm. And for the longest time, I always just sort of assumed that Pig and Mondo were doing the solos. And I love the leads on this album.
They're awesome. Yeah.
My favorite song on this album is Deep Sleep.
That's up there. That's definitely
It's not the fastest song on the album.
No, but it's fast though.
It's a faster.
It's a shredder.
But
it totally is.
It's so good, and what I love about that song is the leads. Mm-hmm. And what I didn't realize is that there was that guy who actually did the leads on a lot of these songs. Because I'll never forget when I found a bootleg video of PI, and we're watching it, and it's like, okay, there's Pig, there's Myrtle, there's Jerry A, there's Slayer Hippie, and I'm like who's that guy?
Here's he got the short hair.
It's like some dude with short hair. He has the guitar up here. I'm like, who's that? And I'm like, that's not Mondo. Where's Mondo at? Because I remember there was a point in PI's history where Mondo was the bass player, right?
Yep.
And then I assumed that he just moved from bass to guitar. Myrtle came in, but I guess not. Maybe there was a time where he.
I think Myrtle. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't remember all that, but Myrtle was the bass player. No, I'm sorry. Mondo was the bass player. I don't think Myrtle was in yet. Mondo goes to guitar.
Yeah.
Myrtle becomes the bass player, and there you go. And Aldine leaves.
So I have friends that were into Poison Idea. You had friends that were into Poison Idea. In our circles, where does this fall in line with people? Is this their favorite Poison Idea record?
Most of them.
Yeah.
My friend Steve said he loves it, but We Must Burn's his favorite.
Interesting.
And Steve is actually the one who said the song Deep Sleep. I mean, no other band could rock as hard as Poison Idea, and all they're doing is talking about taking a nap.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking awesome song.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of different tunes on this album. Like
no, it's speed. There's fast. There's beat. There's medium pace. There's slow. They're a little slower. Take It by Surprise is a slower song. Alan's on Fire is a great song about self-immolation and killing yourself in that manner.
Welcome to Krell's about.
Welcome to Krell's about
drugs,
methamphetamine. Backstab Gospel is like the Jerry A that I love.
That's my other favorite song.
Yeah,
it's a simple song, but that riff just keeps on going and going.
Oh, it's awesome. And the way Jerry A sings on that song, like on Smack Attack, where he just comes out blazing, like, he's like this gigantic Pac-Man on methamphetamine, like eating and shitting out the lyrics at the same time.
I remember when I did hear this, then it put Poison Idea onto an entirely different level for me. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, this is beyond punk.
Yeah.
And it's even like beyond metal. I couldn't get over how well this album was produced. Mm-hmm. How great the drums sound, how great the guitar sound. And then and as we were saying before, this is essentially the lineup that would take them out, because the next albums would be We Must Burn. No, Blank Out Vacant. We Must Burn, and then
a bunch of singles.
And then they kind of, speaking of singles, what else do you have?
Oh, so some of the singles that came out with this, roughly, were the...
Jailhouse Stomp.
The Discontent, Jailhouse Stomp, Welcome to the Whorehouse, Bloodsucker.
Come on, do it again. Do it right.
Welcome to the Whorehouse, Bloodsucker.
All right, I'm going to do it. Welcome to the Whorehouse, Bloodsucker.
Ding, 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 ding. The awesome cowbell intro.
Discontent. Wow.
Yeah. The album's fucking... I mean,
you want to talk about...
That's a great fucking song.
You want to talk about some lyrics. I'll never forget. I remember hearing this. I was at a party up. I was at a party up in Penn State. And the one guy's like, we're talking about Poison, and he's like, have you heard Discontent yet? I'm like, no, I haven't heard that yet. And so he's like, he puts it on. And then like the first verse is like, okay, well, that's that. Mm-hmm. And you're like, okay, all right. Well, yeah, that's really, really aggressive. And then the second verse comes in. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's what makes it so awesome in a way. And Jerry A's scream at the end. This is like the best scream ever. Yell, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Where he's wrapping his tongue around your neck.
I was talking to a friend of mine, and we were talking about Poison Idea. We're talking about like, could like chicks be in the Poison Idea? And he goes, how to, this is back in the 90s. He goes, I cannot see a girl being in the Poison Idea, and we were talking about the song Death of an Idiot Blues, where he goes, I cannot picture any girl that's saying, being like, yeah, I really like this song. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. I'll see you in hell!
Yeah, but there are girls who love this band. They totally love it.
Tell me about your one
ex-girlfriend who rejected her prom date to go see PI in Philadelphia at some warehouse before I moved there. But yeah. And I have no idea where she is anymore. But anyway, this was one of the other singles that came out, the Just to Get Away single, around the same time, and was kind of, I don't know, this is where the lineup is a little screwy, because they got Kid Coxman, I guess, was another shredder vegetable / guitar player, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it's like he's in the band for a minute, I guess, and split or got fired, I don't know. Anyway.
Just to Get Away is, I hate to say it, but it's one of my least favorite songs from them. They have Poison Idea has hits, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
I've always felt like if you're gonna get someone into Poison Idea, like this would be the album to do it, because the songs like
we got a lot
Just to Get Away, Taken by Surprise, they're more mid-pace kind of tunes. Kind of, I don't want to say melodic for Poison Idea, but like if I was gonna get someone into Poison Idea, I'd be like, this would be the album that would play them.
No, totally.
What is your favorite song on it?
Well, it's like you. I think it's Deep Sleep, it's Alan's on Fire was my favorite forever, and that's not a fast one, but it's still awesome.
It's a powerful song.
Yeah, and I think Backstab Gospel because it's so
fast,
and it's minimal, but it's. I think you said one. It's totally effective.
I want to take this out with a little story. So this is the '90s, right? And I was with me and my friends, and we went and saw a show down in Philadelphia. And we went and saw the show, and then after the show, our other friend was like, "Hey, come on up to. I'm staying at my dad's place. He lived in like this, like he has this house, this like in the woods kind of thing, like kind of like a cabin." Cabin, like a mid-century modern cabin kind of thing with like the multi-levels. It was above Lansdale, between Lansdale and New Hope, kind of nice area. And we drive up, and our friend's there, and we go in, and my friend's there and his dad's there, and they have like some jazz on, just some cool jazz, and it's like big bay windows. You got the pool.
I gotcha.
And I'm like, wow, this is really cool. I really like the vibe here. This is pretty awesome, And then eventually my friend's dad, he's like, well, all right, guys, I'm going to head out because he was going somewhere else. And we had the place to ourselves. And then, like, his dad leaves. Hey, see you later. And then we put on Poison Idea, Feel the Darkness. And then the vibe, like, I thought the vibe was cool. Mm-hmm. And then it just got 100 times more cooler.
All right, Ray. Well, thanks for having me on board for this one.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, it's a good thing I have this microphone here and not here. And I'll tell you, because if this was here, it would...
Oh, man.
In 1990, Poison...